I've seen online debates that show me vaccinations are extremely misunderstood. With the recent pandemic, vaccinations are as important as ever. I believe vaccinations should be required for all students to protect them and those around them. The CDC said that data shows the current U.S. vaccination supply is the safest in history. Their Immunization Safety Office plays a vital role in ensuring our nation's safety. Monitoring findings and reporting any concerns to CDC's Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices, or the ACIP. This advisory group develops the recommended vaccine schedule for children and adults in the U.S. ACIP considers the safety and effectiveness of vaccines before making recommendations to the vaccine schedule or changing recommendations for vaccine use. Not only are these vaccinations safe, but they're also effective. BMC Public Health stated, currently, vaccination prevents 2 to 3 million deaths annually. An additional 1.5 million deaths could be totally avoided through vaccination. This number can make a huge difference in our population and shows the advantage of getting vaccinated. Vaccine effectiveness in terms of percentage ranges from the low 70s and 80s for influenza and pertussis, to the 90s for measles, and up to 100% for papillomavirus and hepatitis B, says Dr. Ian Gimmel, former chair of Canadian Coalition of Immunization Awareness and Promotion. Vaccines are important for everyone, especially children whose bodies and immune systems are still developing. Grant from the Pantograph proves this point by saying vaccinations are more important for school-age children. They're in a contained environment and they pass a lot of germs around. These germs spread quickly, and anything that can be done to protect children should be done. While many adults making the decision for children may think of their own bodies and how they are effective, they do not have the same immune systems as children, and adult bodies are developed. The CDC has conducted lots of research, and all of it leads back to the need for child vaccinations. If an unvaccinated child is exposed to a disease germ, the child's body may not be strong enough to fight the disease. Before vaccines, many children died from the diseases that vaccines now prevent, such as whooping cough, measles, and polio. Those same germs exist today, but because babies are protected by vaccines, we don't see these diseases nearly as often. We also learned from the CDC that immunity doesn't stay. In one of their articles, Why Are Childhood Vaccines So Important?, they say, newborn babies are immune to many diseases because they have antibodies and they got from their mothers. However, this immunity goes away during the first year of life. Concern for health does not just go to the child getting the vaccinations, though. Immunizing individual children also helps to protect the health of our community, especially those people who cannot be immunized, children who are too young to be vaccinated, or those who can't receive certain vaccines for medical reasons, and the small proportion of people who don't respond to a particular vaccine as told by the CDC. The Encyclopedia of Education states vaccination decreases the risk of infection and outbreaks in schools by reducing the number of unprotected people who may be infected that are capable of transmitting the disease within their schools and communities. Not only do these vaccinations help those that can't be vaccinated, but the elderly that come in contact with the child. Our recent pandemic has shown us that immune systems weaken as you grow older, and any kind of sickness can put the elderly at risk for much worse, making another big reason as to why vaccinations are necessary. Vaccinations should be required for all students, not only to protect them, but also protect those around them. They can prevent millions of diseases annually, and children's bodies are not strong enough to fight all diseases. The number of outbreaks has significantly decreased since the introduction to vaccines, and with the proper use of them, it will stay that way.